Today on Santa Monica Update.
Find out what's cooking this holiday season on 4th Street.
You've seen the construction, but what's going on? I'll have the answer coming up.
I'm holding in my hands two objects. One of them might be around for the next 1,000 or so odd years. The other probably won't make it the next 30 seconds. To find out which, stay tuned.
These stories and more coming up. I'm Gail Choice.
Santa Monica Update, your source for local news in Santa Monica.
Welcome to Santa Monica Update. Topping our show, Santa Monica's anti-smoking laws may soon get tougher. The City Council learned that some businesses allow smoking in outdoor dining areas. So the council is looking at making business owners criminally liable if they allow smoking. Local law prohibits smoking at beaches and parks, on the 3rd Street Promenade, at all outdoor dining and waiting areas, at the farmers markets, and within 20 feet of the entrance to a building. The proposed new law will also snuff out smoking on the grounds of city libraries. For more info on no smoking laws in Santa Monica, call the city's 24-hour hotline at 310-458-8923. In 2005, at the recommendation of Wallace Annenberg, the city received a generous grant from the Annenberg Foundation to restore and preserve the site at 415 Pacific Coast Highway. Whether it was Annenberg's childhood memories or a desire to help preserve our city's history, it is the public who will benefit. Reporter Heather Armstrong has more.
This very site is a historic landmark that dates back to the 1920s. It was originally known as being the Marion Davies Estate. Soon after that, it was an oceanfront hotel. But most recently, it was a public beach facility until it was hit by the Northridge earthquake 14 years ago.
About 10 years ago, 12 years ago, the community came together in workshops and envisioned a place where there was year-round access, public beach club amenities, and just a wonderful day at the beach.
The club is being built on 750 feet of Santa Monica Beach. There will be a nominal fee to enter the swimming pool, but no charge to access the recreation areas and the beach.
The history of the site is so varied and so rich because of the past with Marion Davies, the silent film screen star, her connection with William Randolph Hearst, the Sand and Sea Club, which was here, Julia Morgan, who is one of the first female architects, and then Wallace Annenberg and her history of having visited this site.
With such history, the plan was to preserve the feel of the original design without duplicating it.
Everybody has memories of it sometime in the past, and so the architecture preserves the landmarks on the site, but also builds around it. The architects tried to reinterpret some of the old elements, but also bring new life to it.
Well, the columns are really essentially the primary marker to help recall what was here before. There's 16 columns, and they replicate the location and the height and the spacing of the original building.
But unlike the original structure, this design is built to last.
It's a very complicated project for construction because of the site we're on. We're on a liquefaction earthquake zone, and so there's a lot of complicated engineering that's involved.
And the buildings are built in the way that they have a sense of permanence. They've really been made to, in some ways, blend into the existing architecture, but in some ways to really make a statement about this is a new community in 2008.
The best place to view the construction site is from Palisades Park between the streets of Margarita and Georgina. It is from here that you can see those large white columns, the only obvious link between the landmark's past and future. For Santa Monica Update, I'm Heather Armstrong.
The Annenberg Community Beach House will open to the public in 2009 and will include space for meetings, public areas, and gardens, a beach cafe, concession stand, volleyball nets, and tennis courts. For more information, please visit 415pch.smgov.net. Get ready for sales galore and merchandise out the door when the downtown mall, Santa Monica Place, closes at the end of the month. When it reopens in the fall of 2009, it'll look totally different. There'll be open space, pedestrian walkways, top retailers, and rooftop dining with a beautiful view. During the construction, Macy's department store will stay open, as will the public parking structures. Have you ever had the experience where trying to plan a night out with friends was nearly impossible? Reporter E. Marie Velez has just the right solution in our Bayside Minute.
Meet me on 4th, where 3 continents meet at one table.
The holiday eating frenzy has officially begun. How do you find a restaurant that will please everybody's palate? Easy! You go to 3 on 4th, where Japanese, European, and American fare are served up in a dazzling setting.
So what do we have here?
This is a roasted halibut and a sauce verjus with oyster mushrooms. So that's the second growth of the grapes of the vines that's used to make the sauce. So it's really tangy and really light and actually healthy.
What's next?
These are scrambled eggs with sea urchin and black truffle shavings. So this is a Parisian dish with a really creamy texture, sort of like a milkshake in that sense.
And what's this lovely dish here?
This is an assortment of cheeses. This is Comtal from the Jura area of France. It's the oldest cheese in France. This is a Toma Piedemontese, so that's from the best wine growing region of Italy. It's really, really flavorful. Next to it is a Irish blue cheese called Black Sticks Blue. It's raw milk and it's really, really wonderful, really similar to Stilton.
And finally, something sweet.
Finally, our biscotti crusted cheesecake made of mascarpone. So it's really, really light, it's really fresh, don't have to be that guilty, and it comes with a aged balsamic vinegar, so it's really, really Italian.
The Canadian-born chef is self-taught and finds his culinary inspiration in a most interesting way.
This is you sort of sense memory. You eat something once and you really like it and you think, I remember that flavor. And then you try something else and you think those should go together.
Chef Daniel changes the menu daily to reflect the season's produce and is a strong supporter of organic farming and sustainable fish culturing. And check out this concept. He serves up cheese sushi style.
Sell all the cheeses that we could get by the ounce.
The second floor private room, appropriately called the upstairs, is available for all of your holiday soirees. For Santa Monica Update, I'm E. Marie Velez.
Upstairs, the restaurant features wine and cheese tastings, plus wine classes. It's available for private affairs 7 days a week. For more information on upcoming events or to find out how you can have your next event at 3 on 4th, check out their website at www.3on4th.com. The food service industry here in Santa Monica is going through some changes thanks to a new ban on non-recyclable containers. Reporter Ned Rolsma serves up the dish.
This February, to-go food containers like the one I'm holding here will be going the way of the dinosaurs, which is ironic because chemically speaking, this material may never become extinct.
The main issue with those is they're non-recyclable. The material is essentially a perfect waste. In other words, in the waste management world, this is a product that's designed to be used for minutes but lasts for hundreds of years.
That's the key to the new polystyrene ban being imposed on the city's food vendors. Starting February 9th, no food vendor will be permitted to package items in any container that cannot be recycled.
Well, there are all kinds of plastics, and they're represented by numbers 1 through 7. Number 6 is created out of polystyrene, which is developed from crude oil. It takes thousands, hundreds, perhaps thousands of years to break down. And if you go to our beaches, our oceans, you'll see it floating around. It breaks down, but it doesn't go away, and it breaks down into tiny little pieces. And that's what we've banned. We've banned this plastic that is not recyclable.
In order to get a closer look at how these materials don't break down, we went to the beach just below the Santa Monica Pier to get a closer look at what recent rainstorms deposited there.
Last night, and you can see, if you look carefully, a fair amount of it is polystyrene, and you see no cup intact. The cups break up immediately. People will come down here with an ice chest maybe of polystyrene to-go cups, and they break up immediately. Now, they're not decomposing, they're breaking down. And so you're going to end up with thousands of small little pieces for every one cup that is not going to biodegrade or break down. It's going to just stay here in smaller and smaller pieces. However, we can only sift very small amounts of the beach for fine trash like this with very specialized equipment. It's very expensive to operate, and we're getting only just a very, very small fraction of our overall beach area.
So this is what you had mentioned. There's that number 6 in the recycle triangle there. And this is what's harmful. This is what we don't want on the beaches.
And that was a cup. That was a cup that blew up. That's just a remnant of a base of a cup.
So this is the food container aisle at your local grocery store. It's loaded from floor to ceiling with products. Some of them are compliant and some of them are not, which can be very intimidating for a restaurateur in need of a quick purchase. While filming this piece, we happened on this delivery driver for a local restaurant that just ran out of to-go containers. It gave us a first-hand look at how the city is helping vendors make the transition.
Why is it number 6 only?
Because number 6 is created from crude oil. It takes hundreds of years to decompose. It's what we're finding on our beach looking like snowflakes. These items take 60 to 90 days to break down.
Okay.
The February 9th deadline is set, and non-compliance from vendors could bring stiff fines. However, the city is looking to make real change, not hand out a few citations. Still reeling from that taco, for Santa Monica Update, I'm Ned Rolsma.
If you're a restaurateur looking for answers or simply want to know more about the ban, all of the information you'll need is at the website address on your screen. Coming up, what's new with the old shotgun house? We'll be right back. Welcome back to Santa Monica Update. Santa Monica's 100-year-old shotgun house has come under the wing of the Santa Monica Conservancy. They will use it as a resource center for historic preservation. This is a fitting tribute to the humble beach shack typical of homes near the beach a century ago. The 3-room home was headed for demolition 8 years ago when preservation-minded individuals and groups banded together to save it. It will be relocated to 2nd Street and Norman Place by the Ocean Park Library. There it will serve as the headquarters of the Conservancy. For more information, go to smconservancy.org. It's lights, camera, and glamour at the California Heritage Museum until the end of June. You'll be astounded at the technical mastery of George Harrell, who was a studio photographer for MGM, Warner Brothers, and Columbia. Harrell photographed the world's most beautiful and intriguing personalities. More than 50 of his portraits are displayed and celebrated in this exhibit. You'll also see a recreation of his photography studio with camera, light, satin chase lounge, and background. The California Heritage Museum is located in an 1894 historic landmark house at 2612 Main Street. For more information, go to californiaheritagemuseum.org/museum. And that's it for this edition of Santa Monica Update. I'm Gail Choice. For all of us at CityTV, thank you for watching.